Take a look at 10 of the most dangerous and lethal weapons ever devised by mankind. All of these weapons were invented in the 20th century, while some of its ancestors may be traced back thousands of years. Before going on to the big things, we'll start with 3 weapons that can be utilized by a single soldier. Number 10. RPG, rocket-propelled grenade. Anti-tank rockets can be fired from the shoulder with the RPG. It was developed into a fearsome anti-tank weapon based on the Panzerfaust of Nazi Germany. A multi-million-dollar tank can be destroyed by a soldier with limited training and a cheap and simple rocket-propelled grenade. The Viet Cong and the People's Army employed it extensively against the Americans during the Vietnam War. When the Soviet Army invaded Afghanistan, they were met with the Mujahideen, who quickly learned how to utilize it against tanks and military vehicles. Since their conception, RPG have posed a threat to armored vehicles and tanks. Number 9. DSR-50, the 50 caliber sniper rifle. The DSR-50 is a bolt-action sniper rifle that fires the colossal 50 caliber BMG cartridge. It's based on the DSR-1, a sniper rifle designed for police officers. The DSR-50 incorporates a built-in hydraulic recoil dampening system in the buttstock, as well as an integrated muzzle brake that lowers muzzle blast. We'll leave what happens when you shot a human to your imagination, as it's designed to punch holes in poorly armored military vehicles. Number 8. Flamethrower. Flamethrowers were initially employed by the ancient Greeks in the 1st century AD and were later used by the Germans in the First World War and more commonly in the Second World War. Some flamethrowers are designed to project a stream of fire caused by a flammable liquid that has been lit, while others are meant to project a stream of fire caused by a flammable liquid that has been ignited. Others are made to project a lengthy gas flame. The most prevalent form used in military flamethrowers is liquid. Commercial equipment use propane and natural gases, preferably high-pressure versions, because they are regarded safer to use. Flamethrowers were primarily used by the military to attack fortifications, bunkers, and other structures. Portable flamethrowers are usually 2-part devices, a backpack for the fuel and a tube for the output, but they can also be installed on a vehicle for convenient deployment. They're easy to use and maintain, but you don't want to be on the receiving end of them, thus they're number 8 on our list. Number 7. Schröer-Gustav. The name Schröer-Gustav was given to a German 80 cm railway cannon, a massive piece of artillery meant to be fired from a railway carriage. Krupp of Essen designed it as artillery in the late 1930s with the express intention of demolishing the key forts of the French Maginot Line during a siege. These were the most powerful fortifications available at the time. Gustav was capable of firing 7-ton shells across a distance of 47 kilometers. The Schröer-Gustav weighed over 1,350 tons when fully built. This piece of artillery was created by the Germans in preparation for the Battle of France. When the conflict began, the world's largest gun was not ready to fight. Later in the war, the Schröer-Gustav was sent to the Soviet Union. The massive gun demolished an ammo storehouse concealed in layers of granite beneath a bay during the artillery assault of Sevastopol as part of Operation Barbarossa. The 80-centimeter gun was scheduled to arrive in Leningrad next, and like other German heavy artillery weapons, it was likely to be employed in the Warsaw Uprising, but the revolt was defeated before the heavy artillery was needed. In 1945, near the end of World War II, the Germans demolished Schröer-Gustav so that it would not be taken by the Soviet Army. Number 6 on our list is the Chimera virus. A chimera is a mythological creature made out of pieces of many animals, such as a hippogriff or a griffin, which perfectly characterizes this virus. The DNA of 2 or more different viruses is combined to create a chimera virus. The Soviets experimented with them in the 1980s, inserting genetic material from different viruses into a smallpox or another virus, resulting in a chimera. This technique ensures that the new virus retains the aggressiveness and appearance of smallpox under a microscope while also spreading a completely distinct infection. This discovery in genetic engineering allows viral agents to defy existing therapies and immunizations, making them even more dangerous. Number 5. Russia's aviation thermobaric bomb of increased power. When asked about their newly created weapon, Russian Deputy Chief of Russian General Staff Alexander Rukshin said, "All that is living merely disappears." The Russians tested and released their aviation thermobaric bomb of increased power in 2007, earning the moniker "Father of All Bombs." The FOB is supposedly 4 times more powerful than the U.S. military's largest non-nuclear bomb, the GBU-43B massive ordnance air bomb, sometimes known as the mother of all bombs, and officially designated with the name MOAB. Number 4. P-53 nuclear bomb. During the Cold War, the MK/P-53, a high-yield bunker buster thermonuclear weapon, was developed by the United States. It has a yield of 9 megatons and produces a fireball with a diameter of 2.9 to 3.4 miles, causing lethal burns to anyone unprotected within a 20-mile radius. It was the United States' most powerful nuclear weapon. This weapon is no longer used on a regular basis. The United States Atomic Energy Commission, or EAC, was the manufacturer of this bomb. That was a post-World War II federal organization founded by the United States. The purpose of Congress is to promote and regulate the peaceful development of atomic research and technology. Number 3. Little Boy and Fat Man. Little Boy was the secret name for an atomic bomb detonated on Hiroshima, Japan, by an Enola Gay plane on August 6, 1945. B-29 Superfortress. Colonel Paul Tibbets of the 393rd Bomber Squadron of the United States Air Force piloted the plane. It was the world's first weaponized atomic bomb. It was dropped 3 days before the second bomb on Nagasaki was dropped. The explosive strength of this bomb derives from nuclear fission of uranium-235, which was created as part of the Manhattan Project during World War II. Hiroshima was the first uranium-based detonation and the second artificially induced nuclear explosion in history, the first being the Trinity test. On August 9, 1945, an atomic weapon called Fat Man was dropped over Nagasaki, Japan. It was a plutonium-centered implosion-type weapon. The Fat Man may have been called after Winston Churchill, but according to Robert Serber's memoirs, the device was dubbed after Caspar Gutman from Sidney Greenstreet's Maltese Falcon because it was spherical and thick. The design of Fat Man resembled that of the first atomic bomb weapon, which was detonated during the Trinity atomic test. In the summer of 1945, it was removed from a B-29 bomber by a Superfort and detonated at an altitude of roughly 550 meters over the city. Major Charles Sweeney of the 393rd Bomber Squadron flew it. They were both created in the Los Alamos Laboratory, also known as Project Y, a top-secret research facility run by the University of California that was formed as part of the Manhattan Project. Second on our list is Castle Bravo. Castle Bravo was an operation in which the United States conducted its first thermonuclear hydrogen bomb test that took place in the Marshall Islands, Bikini Atoll on March 1, 1954. Nuclear rain was a direct outcome of the explosion, poisoning the islanders who returned to the island after it was detonated. A Japanese fishing boat member's crew named Lucky Dragon were also poisoned, raising concerns about the safety of nuclear testing on a global scale. The bomb employed lithium-deuterium fuel for the nuclear reaction, as well as cryogenic deuterium-tritium liquid as the nuclear reaction's fuel. The Ibimike bomb, which was the 16th nuclear weapon, was the first hydrogen bomb test. Topping our list of the most deadliest weapons ever made is the Tsar Bomba, the most powerful nuclear weapon ever created and tested. Tsar Bomba was the Soviet Union's retaliation to U.S. nuclear program. Tsar Bomba, a hydrogen aerial bomb, qualifies all aspects of the term weapons of mass devastation. To put it in perspective, the B-41 was the most powerful weapon the U.S. ever developed. In addition, it was the United States' sole 3-stage nuclear bomb. The B-41 could produce up to 25 megatons of TNT, whereas the Tsar Bomba could produce up to 100 megatons. But the power was reduced to half due to the high risk of radiation and the propagation of reactive particles through the atmosphere. The bomb weighed 27 tons, measured 8 meters in length, and had a diameter of 2 meters. It was tested in the Nova Zemlja archipelago on October 30, 1961, at exactly 11:32 a.m. local time. Only one of them was ever detonated, and that was more than enough.